Alright. So it's a lovely staircase. Look at the detail on the spindles. I love this. It's a little bit different. I like to call this a bow tie spindle because to me it's like it's got a little cinch here and a cinch there. It reminds me a little bit of a bow tie. But I'm just making that up. In this case, we have used this room as what we're calling a wellness room. Now, it could be a second bedroom, it could be an office, it could be a kid's playroom, it could be multiple things. In our case, we said, look, you know, for a lot of people, yoga, relaxation, meditation is an important aspect to their day-to-day living, or they want to incorporate it in. We thought, let's take this room and make that this. You could have exercise equipment in here if you wanted, or you can use it to meditate or listen to music or headphones. Maybe it's a media-free room. So key things in here that we've done, first of all, is the wallpaper. A lot of texture and it's natural. So for a lot of people, they like the sense of having nature around them. So you can pick wallpaper to do that for you. It's a very inexpensive way to get that feeling or sense. Second thing we have here is a fountain. And again, what's sort of great about this is it has that sound of water. Third thing in here is the carpet. It's really nice to have softness underfoot, and what's so great about this carpet is it looks like water. It looks like water splayed all over the place, so it's got a really lovely softness to it. Fourth thing that makes it comfortable is we have these types of seating here that are low to the ground, and I know for some people low is going to be a problem, so you pick what works for you. But what works here for me is the fact that it's low, that I can bend my knees and sit more comfortably or more realistically how I might sit, which tends to be like this, is really my way of sitting. So for me, this gives me a little bit more of a comfortable zone, and it's less formal because now I can lounge all over the place and I don't have to feel like I have to sit up properly or sit in a certain way. And these are made to really lie back and just chill, you know, like listen to music, or maybe you read, or again, as I said, if you like to meditate, maybe you would have no chairs at all, but you might have sounds or visuals that help stimulate your ability to do that. So that's why we've called this a wellness room. And again, the architect Mike Soriano thought that adding in these kind of elements were really a good idea, and I don't disagree. Other thing I should mention in here, you'll notice we have full drapes, sheers, floor to ceiling, and what is really nice about sheers today is they're not all white like they used to be, but they moderate the amount of light that comes in, and you can change the color of the light. So if you're in a new subdivision and you find it's very blue or bleak, try sheers that have a little bit of a warm tone to them. Now that doesn't mean yellow, but something that is comfortable for you. Maybe it's slightly tinted to cream or a little bit more to a brown or beige, just because it will warm up the light inside. I absolutely love this bedroom. This is such a great room. Why do I love it? Well, I love the neutrality of it. I'm not gonna lie. For me, having been in the business for 30 years, after a while in your own personal life, and I think a lot of designers would probably tell you this, they reach a point where they really like things that are just quiet and rich and full. And to me, linen, good linen is affordable luxury. And, you know, IKEA sells good linen. Oli sells good linen. There's lots of great linen sellers. It's taking the time to purchase it. There's a great Canadian company called Cuddle Down. They make lovely sheets. So It's one of those things that I have to impress upon you to spend some money on for yourself, because first of all, it lasts longer, it launders better, and it looks great. That's just my opinion, but I'd rather have less and have good than a lot and not so good, but that's just me. And I just love this room because of the gushiness, and maybe I'm just really tired and love a good bedroom. What can I say? And you know, look, there's so many textures here, and look, I want you to see, I'm just gonna go here and show you. I just wanna know, like, not everything matches perfectly. You have the white linen, you have a little bit of cream here, you have gray, you have more gray, you have cream, and they have the wallpaper that has it all mixed together. This is what, when designers talk about layering, this is what they're talking about. That's not one color, it's a mix of variations of colors and textures all put on top of each other, and that's how you get that really great, comfortable, rich feel. So I think that's what appeals to me. And maybe like I said, I just need a nap. Feature you can do yourself. Stuck at home, nothing to do, looking for a way to spruce up, paint your doors throughout your house a different color. It's a nice way to create a feature. These happen to be beautiful solid wood doors, so it's really worth it. But even a regular door can really look upgraded if you change the color of it. A mod neutral bedroom. So mod in the sense that you have elements like this. The table has no overhang. You've got this kind of cool pattern, graphic pattern on it. You have lamps that don't have a lot of detail to them. And then you have the neutrality of the bed all layered to give such a great cushy feel. This bedroom and the other bedroom were done by Stephanie, one of the designers that is in our firm, and she did such a nice job on these. They're just lovely. She and Kantari worked together to pull these rooms together, and they look so nice. Just love them. People have been in here. Straighten that up a little bit. Okay, this must be a popular room. And you can see how layering of pink with taupe, beige, cream can be very sophisticated and also fun. So to me, this would be a really great tweens room, maybe even a teen where they're really interested in some of the details of their furniture, elements added in. They like gray, and at the same time there's some fun elements like the bed. You know, it's got this kind of polka dot feel that's sewn onto it. And again, none of this, the items here are expensive, but when you layer them all together, you kind of get this really nice richness, which I think is so beautiful. Yeah, I think this is such a pretty room, and it just gives you so many elements that I think any teenager would be really happy with. And they have their own room. Who wouldn't be happy? Welcome to the master bedroom. This room is a lovely, huge room. It's very nice. It's a master retreat. And you'll see that our focal point in here is actually this wall behind me as I move here. And what we've used on here is a silk wallpaper panel pattern. So basically you buy 4 or 5 panels or the number of panels you need, and they get matched together to tell a story. And that's what you're seeing here. It's basically a floral treatment across the back of the wall in the neutrals. So it's meant to represent a little bit of what we see with Japanese cherry blossoms. It's taken a little bit from that, which is really a beautiful design element. And this is made by a company called Philip Jeffries. With silk, you have to remember though, it has multiple colors to it. So if you're going to do this, don't panic when the panels appear to be slightly different. They will age together in the same light, but they may not have all started together. So as a family, they blend. So lovely neutral color. Iron bed. We are seeing the return to iron beds as a beautiful, soft feature. What's nice about this one is it's got a hammered metal in just a little bit of an aged bronze. I remember these when I was growing up, and they really haven't come back until more recently. And they're a very nice way of having a headboard without it having to be so big and pronounced. One of the big trends we're seeing is very large night tables. And the reason we're seeing that is they really act as storage. And people have a lot of things beside them when they go to bed, not the least of which their devices or elements that they want. What's nice about this is it gives you a lot of storage. And you know, today we're seeing even bigger than this. And because we have the room. Now this is a king bed with 2 large nightstands. So keep that in mind when you're planning your room, how much space these actually take up. You'll note that we have these small windows above. These are called piano windows. Now in here, they're quite nice because they add in quite a nice bit of light, and they're high enough. They don't interfere with the planning of the table and the bed. Just keep that in mind when you are putting these windows in. They can be a detriment if you like a really dark room when you're sleeping, because you will cover these and you will never open them again. So just something to keep in mind while you're planning your house. Showing you a few other things. Here we could have a TV if you wanted, a fireplace if you wanted. In our case, we opted to keep it basically media free and said, why don't we do a bookcase and elements that are more representative of a different type of home that maybe confines media to certain spaces. Hard to do, of course, but just gives you a different feel. And you'll note that we've warmed up the walls with a vinyl wallpaper again. This is really the place that's soft, comfortable, elegant, and neutral. Now, we'll start with our tile here. This is basically a porcelain tile made to look like a marble. Very durable, excellent choice if you want high durability and a little bit of shine. Very easy to manage. With all our countertops here, you'll see that we have basically a neutral color on the countertop and a light color, so it's easy to maintain. And we have just a little bit of a detailed edge on here. And then our cabinets are in a soft blue-gray. Stonington is the color from Benjamin Moore. And what's kind of nice about it is it just gives, it's gray without being so dark. It gives a brightness to the room. What's really pretty is you have this makeup area, which you could put a stool at if you wanted, and this natural light, which if anyone does their makeup in the bathroom, they'll know natural light is really what you're looking for. It's a huge challenge, so it's very nice to have so many windows in here. One of the other elements that we did was we made sure that we have the lights, of course, framing the tub, and we framed out our toilet room and our shower, so they almost look like doorways. So they're less of they're less modern looking. It gives it a little bit more of a traditional feel, a little more spa-like. where when you go to the high-end spas, they tend to be a little bit more private. So that's how we kind of created the look in here. So you didn't feel that it was so cold. It gave it a much more warm feel. And I think it's a very pretty treatment of what can be a challenging area because you have all sorts of glass. This is our toilet room, which is done with a frosted glass, but it's fully tiled. As you can see, we've tiled the whole thing, so it kind of looks like it has a wallpaper. And I'll tell you, nice and wash and wear. I don't know why I'm talking about that in the toilet room. Random. But it mirrors the same idea as what we have here, which is in the shower area. And it feels like the whole thing is you're like this lovely little wallpapered room, and it's beautiful and clean and crisp. And this is just a beautiful space. Like, I feel like I would want to get up in the morning. Well, I do want to get up. I love my life. But as you can see, I do my challenges with hair on occasion. So maybe I'd want to spend more time on it if this was my bathroom. Anyway, it's very beautiful. What can I do? When you have a lot of hair, you gotta do it. So there you go. That gives us the Pelican model, Kleinburg. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.